April 24th, I am in Naples, Florida. This is a beautiful family vacation. My dad got to take some time away from work, and we all came down. I'm sitting in a bay somewhere by Vanderbilt Beach, if anyone's ever been there. It's a uh, it's a nice bay and lots of beautiful houses. I love screened-in porches. And it's just nice to get away from Ohio for a little bit. I have a whole bunch of travel coming up in May, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see new things. Can't wait to see what the world has to show me. I love to see new places and experience new things. It's just it always fuels my creativity, no matter what. And I know that I'm gonna come away with some really cool stories. Hopefully, everything goes well, and I can come out ahead. Sometimes travel can eat away at the pockets, but I think these are going to be really good, really good starting points for a good year. My birthday was a good year, meaning I do everything based on how old I am. So my birthday was on April 20th. I just turned 24, and I'm excited for a year of possibilities. Getting to say that I'm 24, doing the things that I'm doing, and I don't know. I watched a Gary Vee video, and he was talking about how even at 24, I think he's what, 38 or something. But even at 24, twice that, double that, 48, I will be. I'm still not even necessarily old, and the way things are going right now with modern science, I will be. We'll see. Hopefully, I can live to 100. I'd love to be. I have to get to 2100 if I can be a three centennial person. I was born in 95, so I can make it to if I can make it to 2100, I'll be 105, and then I'll have lived in 3 centuries. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, not many people can say that. So it's kind of it's a ridiculous goal, but it's worth it. Something to aim for. Something to stay healthy for. Focus on my body and my mind, so that I can keep chugging. I would hope that when I'm 105, if I do make it that way or that far, um, I would hope that I'm still healthy and not deteriorating in a wheelchair somewhere. Getting old it's a scary process. I mean, it just happens gradually over time, every day. You take one more notch on the counter, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think so many times I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm 40, I can't learn something new. Oh, I'm 50, I can't, change my course in life because I'm already set in my ways." And that's frustrating for me because I know how possible it is to. I don't want to say teach an old dog new tricks, but if you're willing to put in the time and the effort, you can learn something new every day, or learn a different way of living. And it's pretty scary for probably someone who's that age. I wouldn't be able to, can't say this firsthand, but my parents are that age, and they're both looking to do something kind of along the lines of what they've always done in their careers, but just something different, kind of change of pace, and just to find a little more excitement in what they do on a daily basis. But I think that no matter how old you are, if you're trying to learn something new every day, it kind of gives you a reason to keep taking steps towards some sort of goal, towards helping out in the world, whether that is helping your next door neighbor, or telling a story to a young kid that might inspire him, or let me think about that, because there's just so much that older people have to offer to younger people, and to it doesn't even matter what age, just to the people around them. Experience is such an important part of life, and that's where all knowledge comes from. Through doing things firsthand, and obviously you can learn through books, but the real stuff that matters when all that's stripped away, and you're well, to take it to the extreme, if you're lost in the wilderness, or you're put somewhere on the planet and you don't know where you are. This is the most extreme case. If you're put somewhere where you don't know where you are, someone taught you kindness along the way. Someone taught you how to approach people. Someone taught you what it means to work hard, and those are all things that you learn through experience and being hands-on. And if you can do some of those things, you can make it out. You might not be able to speak the language. This is extreme case. You might not be able to speak the language, but speak the language. You might not be able to adapt quickly. You might be cold. You might be hungry. But the will to survive and the will to keep going and the will to learn something new is something that takes a lot of brain rewiring sometimes, but can be done no matter how old you are. And it's something that I'm definitely thinking about. I have some intense travels coming up, but I'd like to continue with them. I want to in the future at some point take a major trip to a foreign country and immerse myself and see how, maybe not how quickly I can learn the language, but just how efficiently I can learn it. How good can I get at speaking, communicating, portraying my ideas, and showing maybe charisma or deeper emotions than just functional language. And I might have to be old to do that. I don't know, but I really would love to be able to have that experience on my list of things that I've done. Lived in a foreign country and either taught myself or learned the language through someone else or just being there. Learn, trades that I might not have learned if I was just still in America. It would be fun. It would be a challenge. I have some pretty intense challenges that I want to try. One of them would be that this is one that I've been thinking about a lot. I want to see how far I can make it just in America. I think adding anything else to this would be difficult, but just in America, dropping myself somewhere random or having someone drop me somewhere random and trying to figure out how long it takes to rejoin society as like a modern member of society, whether that's, you know, starting with nothing and then getting to a bank account and having a cell phone and having an identity, a like government issued identity. I would still have all of those things, but just getting back to, the learning process of what it would take to become a person in civilization. I think it would be difficult, especially without money to start, and you would have to, rely on the kindness of others and the ingenuity of a quote unquote desperate man. If I have nothing, I think that would take some heavy brain rewiring to say, okay, I'm out here, I have nothing, and I have to rebuild my entire life from scratch. And I have to wonder what kind of things that would do to my brain. How far would I go? What would I be willing to do that maybe I wouldn't do normally? And that's diving into the deep end or diving into the ice water. It's scary. It's hard. I know all that, but it would be fun. It would be a very intense challenge. And right now, I'm all about challenging myself. I want to be the best I can be, and I want to see the most of the world that I can see. There's so much out there to just look at, and there's so much to absorb and bring into my being. And I'm figuring out how to do that. Every day is another step in that direction. So with that, I hope you enjoy this nice view. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Sweet dreams. Adios.